Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Huddle.
Where we talk about football.
Still talking about football. If you're not bored yet of us talking about football, thank you for coming back and listening. If you don't know, or this is your first time, I'm Levi Jenkins, alongside here with Elijah Coer, and this was already week 6? Yep, week 6.
Yes, sir. Week 6
of the NFL season. So by this point, we can kind of see what teams are like for the year, unless you're the Steelers, because who knows?
Yeah.
We'll get into that later. But a lot of teams' futures may have changed with some big trades that went on this past week. We'll get to that in a second. Not really a playbook. Omaha, audible.
Whoa.
We're going to switch it up a little bit today. No games of the week.
Oh.
I don't even think we're doing any trash talk again.
Yeah.
No? Yeah, no trash talk?
I have some, but we don't have to because they weren't that good. So
Okay, you can throw a couple in there. But we're changing it up a little bit, keeping things interesting, keeping you on your toes. So now, let's get into NFL news because we actually have some big news. Starting off with Elijah, you know what? I'll let you say this because this is your doing.
Well, we all expected it. Davante Adams did get traded, and he did go to the Jets to reunite with Aaron Rodgers, his good friend. And the Raiders received a third-round pick that can become a second round if the Jets make the AFC Championship this year. So,
which I love that trades like that are happening now.
Yeah, for sure. And then next, the Browns traded Amari Cooper and a 6th-round pick to the Bills for a 3rd-round pick and a 7th-round pick for 2026. And then one other trade is the Vikings trading Cam Akers, or they're getting. Wait, yeah,
they got Cam Akers.
Yeah, they got Cam Akers and a 7th-round pick for in 2026 for a 6th-round pick for this year from the Texans. And that'll be the second year in a row that they traded for Cam Akers. Fun fact. And then the Packers.
I was like, I feel like I've seen this before.
Yeah.
But he's back.
I guess they like him.
Welcome back to Minnesota.
Yeah. The Packers cut Braden Narvison, short run for him, but we may have finally gotten a kicker, even though he was in some trouble. But Brandon McManus will be our kicker from now on. And then Andrew Thomas is out with some kind of injury that I don't even know how to pronounce the word, so I'm not going to say it. But he's out for season for the Giants. And then Aiden Hutchinson's injury, also one of those words that I don't know how to pronounce. But yeah, it was pretty serious. So out for the season.
Yeah, prayers out to him. That was pretty nasty.
For sure.
Just want to point this out. Oh, actually, also Rashid Shaheed done for the season as well.
I picked him up in fantasy. I didn't even know.
Yeah, I dropped it literally like 30 seconds after I got the NFL notification to the fact that in my fantasy group chat, my friend goes, well, that was quick. Quick, I dropped Shaheed. I think it's his meniscus.
Yeah.
On Shaheed. I just want to point this thing out, right? So Davante Adams goes for a 3rd rounder. Amari Cooper goes for a 3rd rounder as well. You know who else went for a 3rd rounder earlier on in the season?
Who's that?
Jahan Dotson.
Wow.
Went for a 3rd rounder and I think 2 or 3 7th-round picks. Now, obviously, both of these guys are older, and their contracts are completely different to the age of Jahan Dotson and the contract he's under. So I can understand that. It just makes you think if you told anybody, even when Dotson was still at Penn State, that Davante Adams and Dotson would be traded for similar value, that'd be crazy. If you told anybody 2 years ago what the heck was happening this year, they'd be absolutely dumbfounded. But yeah, it's been interesting. I've loved this year so far. So
yeah, good year.
Trash talk. We doing it or no?
Sure. I'll just pick 2 that I have, or maybe a couple, whatever. Let's see. Okay, Jets already looking better without Salah. Only lost by 3 points. Cowboys, if that's what America's team looks like, then I'm moving to New Zealand. And then Daniel Jones is for the Giants. Daniel Jones is basically Tom Brady And Tom Brady was terrible at football. Um,
That's true.
and I'll just go with the Browns because it's here. Baker Mayfield threw almost as many touchdowns as Deshaun Watson has thrown all season, and Baker Mayfield just did that in one game. So that'll be it for trash talk.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson sucks.
All right. Let's get into some takeaways. Let's get into some takeaways.
Okay.
Browns. State of the Cleveland Browns. Are they in rebuild mode once again? I thought it was nearly impossible to rebuild about 58 times in 3 seasons, but hey, the Browns are finding a way to do it. Are they in rebuild mode? Do you think they make any more trades before the deadline on November 5th? Speaking of which, that's voting day.
What?
Right?
What is it?
Voting day. Isn't that voting day?
Oh, yeah, November 5th. Yeah, that is.
I can vote this year. I'm not going to say who I'm voting for, but I hope you can guess.
Okay. Now that that's out of the way.
Anyways.
Before we... All right. I better not see a political commercial before this episode.
Listen, I don't want to see nobody crashing out in the comments.
Yeah.
I respect you for your opinion and who you want to vote for. I don't feel like arguing because I honestly don't even like politics that much.
Yeah. I'd rather argue about football. So let's talk about real quick before we talk about their rebuilding state. Is Deshaun Watson the worst quarterback in the league right now? Yeah.
Bro, hold up. Let me pull up some stats because he might be. Gameplay wise, watching him is absolutely horrendous.
No, exactly.
It's bad, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't choose to watch Browns games, but they're bad. Man. Okay, Watson right now, he's got 1,020 passing yards, just sitting at 24. He's got 4 touchdowns and 5 interceptions on the year. I mean, well, okay, no. I would argue Will Levis is worse than Deshaun Watson.
Wow. Will Levis is worse.
I would argue Drake May might not be there yet.
Really? Okay. Well, yeah, he's only had his first games, and his O-line is terrible. So, understandable.
So we're talking about guys who have at least played 4 or 5 games. I would say Will Levis is probably the only one, but even then.
Yeah, but I feel like just Deshaun Watson's throws aren't even making it to anyone. At least Will Levis gets picked off. At least someone is catching his balls.
My goodness, that's so true. Oh, man, Will Levis is trash at football.
Yeah, it is. Put in Mason Rudolph, man.
Honestly, man, I told you. In the offseason Mason should be playing.
Yeah. But anyway, back to Deshaun. I hate to bring this up, but I saw a video that had said Deshaun Watson is a worse player than he is a person. And I'm not going to say whether or not I agree, but I just thought that was a interesting comment to make. So if you believe what you want about Deshaun Watson and take that comment the way you want to take it, but he's just not been very good this season, and it was probably the worst decision since Johnny Manziel for the Browns. So yeah. Now back to the rebuild mode. What do you think, Levi? Or whatever the heck they're doing.
Yeah, I mean,
they've got players. Let's think. They've got Nick Chubb come back.
Go in the full rebuild mode unless they draft Shador, which would be a mistake, in my opinion. Maybe Shador fits. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. Well, you're kind of right. They shouldn't because they've got a lot of options at QB for the draft next year, and they're all can be really good. And if they just build their team right and get a good QB in the draft, they could just be good next year. So, full rebuild mode, I'm not sure either. But let's assume that they are considering it. Who do you think they would trade next?
Myles Garrett.
Off their team. Myles Garrett?
Myles Garrett. It would be him. Owusu Karamoa could probably be out. Denzel Ward will probably try to get some veteran, some type of picks or something for him. I could even see Nick Chubb being out of there.
Yeah.
They have, which is crazy because I'm listing off guys that are probably top 10, 15 in their respective positions.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Denzel Ward, Myles Garrett, some
Right.
of the. I mean, Myles Garrett just won Defensive Player of the Year, whether or not he
Well,
deserved
that
it,
was
but
a reach, but and okay, maybe not Owusu Caramel. I still like the guy a lot, but
no, he's good. He's
I
good.
mean, they have a decent squad, and it's not even Stefanski because he won Coach of the Year last year, right? So
Yeah, yeah. Whenever he did, yeah. I don't know.
yeah,
I don't
so
remember.
I can't even hate on Stefanski. I don't even think he's that terrible of a coach.
No, I mean he turned around the Browns the
No, but
first year that he was a coach.
when you're paying the highest paid offense in the league, and I think right now they are bottom five in the league right now for points scored. They have
Yeah,
95 points scored, and they have the highest paid offense in the league.
that's
And then
crazy.
you
That
put
is a
that
crazy stat.
right, and then you compare it to like the Steelers, who have like the highest paid defense in the league, and it makes sense why we're like the top defense right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think Deshaun Watson, like, I don't even know who would look at him. Who would even want him?
No, his career is done. I guarantee after the
And he screwed
Browns.
that up for himself. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
remember, like, as I've been saying, I remember watching him with the Texans, loving the death out of that guy.
Oh, for sure.
I lost more than even a lot of respect for him
Yeah.
after
Well, one thing
receiving
going to the
that.
Browns, any QB for the Browns, we're going to lose respect for.
Right.
But just
Yeah,
even him as a
that's
player,
true.
if he went to the Saints or the Falcons that he was going to go to and was as bad as he is now, I would still have very little respect for him.
Right.
But yeah, he brought that upon himself. So
If we're looking at the Browns' schedule, too, even that, we got the Bengals this week, Ravens the next week, Chargers, and that's it. They got 3 more games until the trade deadline. I would say 2 out of 3, 3 out of 3 of those are losses.
yeah. And at what point do you start putting in Jameis Winston or Dorian Thompson
They
Robinson or
won't.
whoever? Yeah.
James, if they are a 1 or 2 win team by week 8 or week
Yeah. I
9,
mean, what's the
they have
point?
to play Winston. Have to.
Yeah.
And it's going to be some undisclosed injury on Watson or
Yeah,
something.
or just a Russell Wilson situation where they just decide to, or who is the one get Derek Carr where they just decided to put Jarrett Stidham in instead. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, let's move on from the Browns because they suck, and let's go on to another
Yeah, it's
team
like I don't
that's
even know what to say. They're so trash. And
yeah,
we're in the same cycle we will be in for the rest of mankind. So, yeah, Browns, I'm sorry, your franchise just ended.
yeah.
Yeah, moving on. Are the Jets gonna get better or worse this the rest of the year with Adams here and Robert Saleh gone? Also demoted Nathaniel Hackett,
Which is well, makes sense.
which is getting
Also
to
we
work a little
yeah
bit.
yeah. Last week we had recorded an episode talking all about what had gone wrong in New York. It didn't go out because we had some technical difficulties. But
A lot of
anyway,
different. Yeah.
yeah, if you wanna have a conversation, drop a comment and we'll
And we'll
definitely
drop
answer
it.
it.
Or,
Yeah.
oh yeah. No, we can't
But
drop it
anyway.
because it's audio cut out. Anyways.
Yeah. But yeah, they just got Adams, as we mentioned, and we know Aaron Rodgers and Adams have a great connection. So basically, the idea here is, can Aaron Rodgers run the Jets better than Saleh could run the Jets? Because
Well, and
basically, they're just doing.
that's his issue. And that's something that you have to respect but also dislike about Rodgers. Is part of me likes that he commands who he wants and they'll go get it because there has to be that respect factor for him. And then part of me is like, you can't just bring the whole Packers offense with you, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you could, but don't.
No.
Um, I'm just waiting for David Bakhtiari to get signed, which they could probably use him on the Jets. But anyway,
Absolutely. I would not be
yeah.
surprised if he gets signed.
How many more wins do you think the Jets will have now? What are they, 2-4?
Yeah. I saw a post that said, it's like, when you were talking crap when we were 2-4, don't start bandwagon when we're 5-12 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's funny. But Jets, upcoming this week, they are on a
Steelers. No, they play the
Steelers.
Steelers.
Yeah, Sunday night.
Yeah.
That's going to be a loss.
Really?
Yeah, that'll be a loss. And we'll get into
Okay.
that later why. But they're losing that. They will beat the Pats. We'll see the Texans game. That will be interesting on Halloween. That's the Halloween game.
Ooh.
Yeah,
They got the Cardinals, I think, after that.
Cardinals,
Yeah.
Colts, Seahawks, Dolphins.
That could be pretty tough. It's easy wins and it could be easy losses too. So
Yeah, their schedule is not difficult. It is up to the Jets. And you look at Wilson saying, Mike Williams ran the wrong route. Cool. You underthrew the guy.
yeah.
You underthrew him. And your kicker missed 2 field goals too, so you can blame that on him too.
But you did get a Hail Mary.
We did have the Hail Mary, yeah. So, Jets-wise, I think they can win more games. Whenever you put Devontae Adams on any team, they're going to start to win more games, obviously.
Sure.
But once even for Garrett Wilson, if teams start there's no way that you cover both Devontae Adams and Garrett Wilson, and
Alan Lazard,
and then Mike Williams too.
Yeah.
And then you got Braylon Allen and Breece Hall in the backfield.
Yeah, and Tyler Conklin if you think he's a good tight end.
Which he's not a bad tight end.
No.
So you look at this offense on paper, terrific. Absolutely terrific. Their schedule's not hard. I would say it's pretty medium difficulty. It is up to Aaron Rodgers if I think he can command well, which I think he can, but if he doesn't baby or I guess talk crap on everybody else and accept responsibility for some of the things he does.
Yeah.
It's not going to be how they play on the field. It is going to be internal, inside the team, inside the locker room. Whatever goes on there will reflect what we see on the field. And that's what's going to determine the rest of the Jet season.
Yeah. And then let's actually just skip this last one because I feel like we can come back to that in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Let's go on to some CPAC reacts.
I want to add one more thing.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Who's getting fired first? Doug Peterson or Nick Sirianni?
Oh, I'm going to go Doug Peterson just because he is losing. Nick Sirianni is still winning. I know he's very disliked. I mean, I would see Mike McCarthy getting losing his job over Sirianni. Or who else is? I mean, there's some bad coaches, but you know who I'm actually surprised about? And we had talked about this at the start of the season. Todd Bowles of the Buccaneers. He's winning. I'm surprised.
I like the dude.
You did say that, so I will give you credit. But I kind of thought he sucked. But you know what? Baker Mayfield is good. So anyway, let's go on to some CPAC reacts. Why don't you start again?
Sure. Starting 3, 2, 1, go. Seahawks. You were in the game. You were out of it. Then you were back in the game. Then Gino threw a terrible pick. And then we had a chance, and then we screwed it up, and then it was just bad. So, I don't really know. We were 3-0. Now we're 3-3. And Levi is a very sad boy.
Yeah.
Because we choked a 3-game lead in the NFC West. If DK Metcalf was one MVP for almost scoring and almost getting big plays, then he would be MVP. But half the crap that he does gets called back. Gino, once again, threw 52 balls, had a touchdown, 2 interceptions. Kenneth Walker got the ball a couple more times, but was held to that Niners defense. And then it's just, I don't know, it's annoying. Laviska Shenault, I was happy with him. Awesome. Big return for him. But other than that, cannot say I've been thrilled with the Seahawks' performances over the past couple of games.
Yes, and I feel like that is fair to say. All right, I'm going to start in 3, 2, 1. All right, we got the win, 34-13. Jordan Love had a very nice game. And also, the guy who was causing problems and got suspended for a game, Romeo Doubs, 2 touchdowns. And I thought this was actually an awesome moment for the Packers because it just went to show that this is a great there's just great friendship on this receiving core. Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, and Jaden Reed, who all scored at least one touchdown. And right after Dobbs scored, they all just hugged each other, which was really cool to see. So it's just like a family in the Packers, and that's how it is. It's family when you're a part of the Packers. So it was really nice to see.
All
Glad to see
right.
Romeo Dobbs is back. Uh, um, uh, other than that, I mean, Xavier McKinney didn't get any picks, so not too happy about that. But the, Braden Narvison had his last game as a Packer, missed a field goal. And yeah, and then of course Josh Jacobs is still just kind of okay. We just give him a lot of carries, but I don't know. I don't really like him, and I'm pretty sure I said that at the start of the season. So
Probably.
yeah, all right, that's enough for
Yeah.
me.
Just to add on to that, I mean, I respect the Packers as a franchise. Can't say I like them because they beat the Seahawks and stuff, but I honestly cannot hate your receiver crew.
I
Like,
mean, they're such
honestly,
lovable guys.
and it's such a young team,
Yeah,
but not only like football maturity, just like normal human being maturity. Like, you don't see
yeah,
a bunch of drama on the Packers. Like, when I saw that Dobbs got suspended, I was like, okay, that's not something you usually see from a team like this. And I think it does
yeah,
reflect the leader in Jordan Love. Um, I think he's a very good leader. I think he leads well, and I think that he is one of the main reasons, obviously, that keeps this. Obviously, he's the reason why they keeps the offense moving and flowing.
yeah.
But I think he's a big reason why they turned this franchise around after Rodgers left. So
Yeah, and it's just really. I mean, it's all like you said, young and just. I mean, we've got a very deep receiving room. I mean, Dobbs, Watson,
super.
Reed.
And come contract day, when all these young guys are looking for a new deal, I guarantee you some of them will take the pay cut.
Yeah. Oh no, I imagine. I mean, I guarantee you, Dontavion Wicks and Jaden Reed and Bo
Guarantee you, Jaden
Melton would
Reed.
definitely.
He's just
Yeah.
seems like the biggest like team player.
Yeah.
He's
I mean,
awesome.
I don't know if we would even re-sign Christian Watson, but I'd
I would
like to see
trade
him
him
there.
if I'm
Yeah.
the
And then
Packers.
Romeo Dobbs is. I love Romeo Dobbs. So anyway, enough about the Packers.
Yeah, let's move on. Steel curtain session. Here we go.
Steelers.
Here we go.
We beat the Raiders.
And like 75% of those fans were black and gold.
Yeah.
Dude,
All right.
dude, we put up 30 points.
Woo!
Oh my gosh, we put up 30 points. I'm so,
Yeah.
like, I didn't even know we could do that.
No, I've never seen that score.
And it didn't even seem like 30 points.
No.
Dude,
I
you
actually
don't
was surprised.
understand. Steeler games are so long, bro.
They are.
They
Yeah.
are so boring sometimes until TJ Watt comes in and just plays like an absolute beast. But my goodness, they are boring sometimes. 32
sure.
points though. I'm not complaining. Back back to winning after 2 straight weeks of just ew. Yeah. So, come on. What was good? TJ Watt, 2 forced fumbles, 1 on that goal line. Absolute dog. He is the best defensive player in the NFL. Would even argue, which is such a long stretch, but bro, put him on the MVP running race right now.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking, do it. When you
But
look
they
at
won't
MVP,
because
you were looking at guys that change they shift the game. They change things. You look at
yeah.
stats, TJ Watt is that guy.
Yeah. He obviously didn't get any sacks. That rookie whatever tackle locked him up pretty good, I'll admit. But it doesn't matter because he can
He's
still
not
force
getting out
fumbles.
anyways.
He can yeah, it's true. He can still block passes. He can still get picks if you really need him to. He's
Game
just an
record.
all around. Yeah,
Game
exactly.
record. Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Dante Jackson, he got a pick
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
I would argue, as of right now, we have won that trade.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
I think
well,
it was an even
Deontay
trade.
Johnson's Deontay Johnson's doing pretty well, I'll admit.
Yeah, I can't blame.
But I mean, Dante Jackson is doing just as well if you really think about it. So
Yeah,
yeah.
on the defensive side, yes. Yeah. Yep. What else?
Jeremiah Moon, our I guess fourth string outside linebacker, came in with a block punt, which really kind of changed the game. and he was putting some pressure on Aiden O'Connell, and I thought he did pretty good for again a fourth string. So hopefully we'll see him. Maybe he'll become a Robert Spillane or an Alex Highsmith.
Who knows? Maybe.
Yeah,
And
uh,
then Najee, man,
Naj
Najee,
Mahal.
come on, bro was running angry,
Yeah,
and when he runs angry, he runs well. He doesn't need to be Jalen Warren. He doesn't have to be a Saquon Barkley. Be Najee Harris.
yeah. He
Just
was
get him on some guys.
he
Run
was
him over.
nominated. He was nominated for Angry Runner of the Week for Good Morning Football or whatever.
That's like the
But
second or third time this season, and he won it
yeah,
last year.
he didn't win, he didn't win it, but he was nominated.
Yeah.
They gave it to Algier, so but
Nah, Algier kind of cooked, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
yeah,
That
that's
was
true.
kind of nasty. That was kind of
uh,
nasty.
but yeah, Harris had a very nice game, and that's what we like to see. And he needed it. I mean, people have been talking crap on Najee
Nah,
Harris.
and give the man the bag. Just saying.
Yeah,
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 no, me and Elijah, we were watching the game together. We were messing around that Najee Harris can get the ball 15 to 20 times a game, but bro cannot get a 100-yard game. Bro finally got a 100-yard game.
he did.
Um, and that just shows. I mean, he once again, I think, is on pace to get another 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
So
Real quick question, and we'll try to make this quick. Would you rather re-sign Najee to a bigger contract for next season, or would you rather draft Ashton? What's his last name from Boise
Genty,
State? Yeah.
um, man,
Assuming
if
that
third
those
running
were like,
backs are replaceable is valid. Gentney is not replaceable. Bro is going to be another King Henry. Probably
yeah,
will be the next one.
and
But
he's not even that big either. But he's just like, I don't even know what it is about that guy. He's just insane. If he doesn't win the Heisman, man, what I don't know what's wrong with college football, man. I don't even watch college football that much.
NCAA, that's what's wrong with college football.
Yeah,
The board.
for sure.
But yeah, I think right now, give me Najee. I like
Yeah,
Najee a lot. I feel like the city has been very unfair to him.
for
And
sure.
let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. Don't be talking crap on him if he doesn't do as good this week, because this is something bad. Zach Frazier's done. Done for the
Yeah, that's
season.
true. Well,
Like,
he's not
he's
done for the
done.
season.
I
He's not
think
done
he's
for the
done for the
season.
season.
I think he's only it's a week to week thing. So
I
I think we'll see him after the bye week. I guarantee.
hopefully. I think I saw something that he was done.
I saw something that he was week to week. So
Okay.
whoever,
You know,
whatever
hear
his
the
career,
reports. Whatever. Um
yeah, exactly. You never know anyway. Was Russell Wilson going to start? Was he not going to start? What the heck? I don't know. But anyway, we'll get to that.
so number one, Daniel's done for the season.
Yeah,
And who else? Who's
Troy
oh,
Fautanu.
yeah, Vatanu's done for the season. Frazier could be. So that's 3 out of 5 of our starters. So now we're
Yeah.
with Spencer Anderson. Who knows who we're playing at center? Because Herbig's out.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got McCollum. Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, that
TJ
guy's
McCollum. No. Bro
or
plays.
yeah. I forget what his first name is, but it really doesn't matter. I think it's Ryan McCollum or something like that. But anyway,
But we can make some trades. We can make something
for
happen.
sure.
Um
Yeah.
yeah, but Najee, do not be talking crap on him now that he's got
No.
3 starters out. Just saying.
Yeah. Yep. And
Penalties, maybe not the best in the world for us. Some soft calls were bad. Some of them were really good. Can't complain. Penalties are part of the game, but
yeah,
we
you
still
can't complain, but
yeah,
it's nothing's gonna happen if you do.
right.
And then uh, I put third and long, but I don't remember what that meant. So
I have zero clue what that meant.
I think it was when we do the check downs for third and
Yeah,
long.
it's just we get caught and then we do these stupid little drag routes. I'm not gonna say I'm not a fan of Arthur Smith.
Okay,
I'm just gonna
that's
say
fine.
it. I
I
feel like
mean,
he's the
this was
same.
his first 30-point game of the season, so I'm not even mad that you say that.
Yeah. All right. Now let's move on to literally the biggest news in Steeler football. I could talk for this and argue back and forth for 3 hours. We're gonna try
Make
to
it argue back.
hopefully.
All right.
Russell Wilson, Justin Fields.
Yeah,
Steeler fans want Justin Fields.
they do.
Football fans want Russell Wilson.
Do they?
You cannot tell me there's not one person that like actually loves football that tells me that Russell Wilson doesn't want to Russell Wilson they don't want to see him turn his career around. Maybe that's just me.
I mean, you are a Seahawks fan. I'm sure if you asked a Chiefs fan or a Rams
Buddy,
fan or a
there is
49ers
no
fan.
way out of all 32 teams you just chose Chiefs fans. They are 12-year-old skibbity Fortnite kids.
All right, my bad. The LA
Yeah, thank
Chargers
you.
and
Anyways,
the Las Vegas Raiders. Whatever, bro.
I don't even think they
Teams
got
that.
fans anymore either. Did you see the
Okay,
stadium?
yeah. Fine. Okay, fine. Then
So
the 49ers. The
Chargers too, they definitely
49ers.
don't have fans.
Oh my gosh. All right,
Anyways,
whatever.
anyways, anyways, I want to see Russ succeed. I'm telling you right now, give him one game. If it's bad by halftime, bench him, put Fields in. I want to see Russell Wilson play. We went out and got him first. We got him first. He was supposed to be the starter before he ever got hurt. I still think he deserves a chance.
Sure, he deserves a chance, but when you got a guy who's winning, why would you take him out?
But then
Like
again,
it
I'm
doesn't
going to
make
say
sense.
it like I have been. Kenny Pickett was winning too. And Fields has been nothing but
Better
he's better.
if if
He knows
you
how to play football, but it's not always pretty.
sure. No, I mean, if you look at the turnovers compared to Kenny Pickett, I mean,
Bro's got
Fields
10
only
touchdowns for one. I'm not complaining about that touchdown to interception ratio.
yeah.
Not at all. But, I mean, yeah, I know that everything going around the league between Fields having better stats than Mahomes this year or whatever.
Yeah, it's yeah. I have a whole argument on stats stuff that I'll save for another time, but just I think you should just disregard those stats anyway. But I just think that I think it's just unfair for any player right now. If you bench Justin Fields for doing well, if you start Russell Wilson after he hasn't played in I don't know how long, and he
Absolutely.
does bad. He does bad for one game, and then you just re-bench him. I don't think that's fair for Russ. I think you. I understand that they wanted to start him at the start of the year, and that probably would have been best for him because I mean, you look at Kirk Cousins, who had a terrible first game against the Steelers, and now he's looking fine. You have to give him a chance, and right now it's not the time to give a chance to Russell Wilson, and maybe he'll win. We need to win now because we got the Jets and the Giants, and then we go in and play all the hardest teams in the
Then it's hell.
NFL. So
It is hell.
yeah, exactly. So
I'm saying it
it's
again.
not
It's hell.
time for that.
Yeah.
It's
So,
not time to do an experiment. It's time to win. So
absolutely. 100%. So that's why I'm saying give him a half. If he sucks, he's done. And sorry, we're trading him to the Raiders or to the Titans or something. But I still think Russ deserves a chance.
sure, yeah,
Um,
no, I agree. He deserves a chance. I just don't think there's time to give him a chance because,
there's
like I said,
absolutely time. There's
there's not.
absolutely time. We have
There is
eight
not
quarters
time.
of football. We have 8 quarters of football.
Okay, and the
You could
Steelers
even
usually
say there's
only
another
play in
4 on
one of
top of
those.
that whenever we have to play the Commanders, which I want. I absolutely want a concrete starter by the Commanders game, though. Absolutely. They are far too good offensively right now for us to just put all the pressure on the defense and us dilly-dally around um, on offense. So, yes, we need a concrete starter by 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Absolutely, I agree with
by
that.
the bye week at least. The bye week you have to have your starter, and you have
And
to
that's where
decide.
my frustration's even coming out with Tomlin at this point,
Yeah.
where I'm saying, bro, like he's frustrating me right now. Tomlin is.
I'll agree.
Um,
Yeah.
I know he like never wants to give like real answers, but I know he's not going to be the guy that's just going to be quick to bench Russ either. He wasn't
No,
quick
for
to
sure
bench
not.
Trubisky last year, and that's what cost us. Literally, it cost us the first seed in the AFC. So I I hate saying it because I was for Tomlin and had his back all of last year. I'm becoming very
Anti
annoyed.
Tomlin.
What's up?
Anti Tomlin.
Yeah. I mean, Deshaun Elliott posted that picture. Cordell Patterson said, I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm playing quarterback on Sunday. So obviously there's division on the team. I think the team wants Justin Fields. And
No,
why
I
not?
mean,
Right? Why
yeah, but
not? He's 4-2.
yeah, yeah, and
But I want to see Russ throw a couple cannons. And
I just don't think that Russ can do it. He doesn't have time to throw a cannon, and who's going to catch it? George Pickens, who is dropping balls left and right. I don't think so. Calvin Austin, who's 5'2". I don't think so. So
but
I just don't think there's
nobody.
a chance.
It's really bad timing too, because we're going into week 7 and we haven't even seen our offensive max capacity. We have not
No,
seen full on games with both Warren and Najee. We haven't even seen Roman Wilson. I don't even think he played a snap on Sunday. He dressed. I don't even
no,
think
he
he
didn't.
played a snap.
No,
Um, Obviously, our offensive line. So I want to see Russ. Give him a chance. Give him one chance. And you know what? If he plays like trash, I'm wrong. If he's winning, if he wins the game, you let him play against the Giants. If
hmm.
he wins that game, you let him play against the Commanders. The absolute moment, he is down 2 interceptions, 0 touchdowns. Fields is back in, and you never
Yeah.
look back.
I just don't think it's fair. If I were Justin Fields and I'm getting benched for Russ and then getting put back in, I'm not wanting to stay on that team because they didn't believe in me
Well, Fields has a
enough.
good attitude. He's not a Kenny
Sure,
Pickett. He's not a quitter.
sure,
Fields has a good attitude, and that's only going to make him want to work harder. Um,
for sure.
yeah.
But anyway, let's
But the
get to
moment
okay.
Wilson wants to turn this into a, it's okay, everybody, pick up your no, like he can leave, and I mean
That's
that. I
fine.
love Wilson, and I want him to revive his career, but this is going to be interesting. Very like this that decision could honestly cost us the rest of the season, even just in the locker room.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about really fast trade options for the Steelers before the bye week comes or the trade deadline comes. What do we need? Who are you thinking about? Um, I'm gonna say Mike Williams, and he might even be traded to us by the end of this week. Who knows? From the Jets, they obviously don't need him anymore,
No,
and we could use another receiver. So I would say Mike Williams is a guy that we could take.
okay.
Uh,
I'd be interested
go
in
ahead.
signing MVS Marquez Valdez Scantling,
Ooh,
and hear me out. Hear me out. I mess with Adam Thielen.
sure, I'm
I would
down.
love to see that trade happen.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'll take that. Jordan Addison. What about that? No, I'm kidding.
Bro, oh
Um,
my gosh. If bro wasn't an idiot, oh, you all know
yeah,
I would. I love Jordan Addison. I
yeah.
love Jordan Addison. Oh,
All right.
yeah.
And
That was.
I don't know if there's anybody else that I'm really thinking of. I think
I would trade for a defensive back.
defensive back, really.
Yeah, I would trade
Even
for.
with even with Cam Sutton and coming
Oh,
back
Cam Sutton's
soon.
coming back. Never mind.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
See
yeah.
what I mean? Like, people don't even realize we have so many guys that haven't even played yet this year that I think we're gonna be all right.
Yeah, we're making the playoffs.
Look, bro's yawning now.
Sorry.
All right. We're gonna wrap this up real quick, like literally 1 minute worth of NFL Wildcat. No, the
Oh,
Huddle Wildcat. College
oh,
football. What a great week. Some really big games. Army and Navy are both ranked for the first time
what?
since
Didn't
like
even know that was allowed.
1936 or something, or like 66. Boise State's 15 under Jetney. He's doing absolutely insane. Oregon won against Ohio State in a thriller after Will Howard pulled a Dak Prescott with 6 seconds left. Dan Lanning, absolute masterclass. He should be an NFL coach by next season. I
Yeah,
believe that from even last year. Pitt, top 20, 6-0. Michigan lost to Washington as they get their get back from the national championship last year. I don't even know how Michigan's still ranked. But hey, college football's looking awesome. The NFL's looking awesome. And we still got a lot more football to go. So,
yeah.
buckle your seatbelts. This season's only going to get better from here. And what other way, or what other better way to do it than by listening to the Huddle?
I can name a few better ways, but
Yeah, I could definitely name a lot. But This is yet another episode here on the Huddle. I'm Levi Jenkins, alongside here with Elijah Campbell. We thank you for listening, and we will see you all next week, hopefully.
Hopefully we see you this week.
Yeah, that's true. Who knows if this is even gonna get?
Yeah. All right. Peace. Go Penguins. Let's go
Penguins.
Mountaineers. Go Steelers. Let's go Pack. Go Pack. Go. Peace.